So a lot of people are going out of business right now in the watch game because they took positions in watches and their basis came down significantly. Like the watch market has fallen probably like close to 60-70% in most cases. And if you're a jeweler and you're holding insane amounts of inventory, that's only inventory that's volatile, like Rolex, AP, Patek, and RM, stuff that people really are attracted to and come to buy in a jewelry store, then you just lost almost 50% of your inventory net worth. And if you're not fast at taking your losses, then you got killed. So there are people who are incredibly intelligent in jewelry business, who run it like a business, and ultimately understand that just because they made $10 million one year doesn't mean they're going to make it the next year. So they put money aside. Like even there, we teach this in watch trading. Like even though I had a $4 million year in 22, that wasn't sustainable in 23. So I didn't like take all my profits and like go live a $4 million lifestyle of excess cash coming in that day, you know? Instead, I said, well, it's likely that some of this inventory is going to be hit next year. So let me put $1 million away to back up basically profits from this year so that annualized I'm still over $2 million a year for the last 10 years, you know? So that's how you have to look at the game in longevity. And jewelers don't do that because the majority of them aren't really business trained. And then the other thing is also jewelers are used to quick money without a lot of work. There's no labor in the jeweler business. So what happens is once they get like a watch sold and make 20K, they spend that money quickly too because they made it quickly. The faster you make money, the faster you spend it. What happens though in that realm is not only you made a lot of money really fast and you spend it really fast, but typically you also don't like to do the activities that lead to slow money. And one thing we teach at Watch Trading Academy is always to do the slow money things too, such as buy the watches that are harder to sell like Hublot, Ulysse, and watches that jewelers may laugh at or think we're idiots for buying. But there is money in that too, and that money is a lot more stable. So if your inventory has 50% of that stuff and 50% of higher end stuff, well, you're only impacted 25% once the market adjusts. And if you learn to get out quickly, you could take a 5-6% loss because you act quickly, even though there's a loss coming. These are things jewelers don't learn. And so when we started WTA years ago, they laughed at us a lot because they were like, well, I don't understand why these idiots are learning to sell Cartier and Panerais. What they never understood is that what I teach in my communities isn't really watches and watch trading. It's how to leverage money and make money through watches. There's a completely different dynamic because it's a money course, not so much a watch course. And while it teaches the watch principles necessary to do that, it isn't based on horology or the knowledge of watches and everything that comes with it. Why do jewelers not make these changes in their business models, even though they kind of understand that? Because it's not easy money. They have to reshape and relearn and do more work to trade and sell more. So the only reason the jewelers look at the stuff we look at is if it's coming on trade and it's a sure bet. It's a training mentally of how easy they've made money in the past and how they can focus on that and that alone. And because of the speed of making money in other things, they think it's a waste of time to learn how to sell like Hublots or Panerais. And there's also a negative quotation that those are poverty watches. They're not the cool watches, you know? So they're not the cool jewelers if they do that. But I mean, we have students making $800,000 a year selling Breitlings. Okay, $800,000 a year in profit without a store? Okay, I know jewelers who are working their asses off and who have $10 million in inventory who aren't even netting $300K a year. Right? And I know other jewelers with the same amount of inventory that are netting $3 million a year. So you know, it really depends on people's real business acumen in the space versus just hawking watches because they think it's cool shit and they got a location and they're going to do that. And at the end of the day, don't forget the majority of jewelers out there are based by investors who are giving them money for inventory. And when these relationships go south because the dollar falls 50 cents, the investor is not saying, of course, I'll stick around. You just lost 50% of my money. That sounds like a great idea. I'll just keep the other 50 and why don't you fuck that up too? What do they do with their money? They take it away, right? They sue the guy. They put him in a bad position. No one else wants to touch him. They're out of business, you know?